Hello YouTube, this is 5555 Jacker, or also known as Chain Manor, and I am here to bring to you another tutorial. It's been a while since I did a tutorial, so this time instead of the other stuff, I'm going to be showing you a tutorial with Hammer level editor for Portal. And what I'm going to be doing here is showing you lasers. Yeah, that's right, pretty much. They're not the ones that you see in custom maps of which you can only shoot one portal. Rather, this can work with both kinds of portals, and you can use it for multiple stuff. Pushers, lasers, bridges, etc. So it pretty much works by having a portal detector in where the source portal is going to come from, where the laser supposedly comes into there, and another portal outside on other portable surfaces away from this one, otherwise they'll both trigger at the same time, and two portals with lasers that aim all the way to the end, and with these long ass triggers that can be used for you know, boxes and stuff. Yeah, same goes here. Yeah. Okay. So, first let me just demonstrate to you how this works. So, hang on. Just recompile it, make sure I've got that down. Okay. And let's give it a go. Okay, so here we have the gun. Now this sound emitting is just a test, but yeah. Yes. Report appears. Appears. Yeah, so they pretty much work symmetrically, so not so different from the other. Okay, so that's about it. That's pretty much how it works. And now I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, so first off, we're going to start with the template room. Anything works, just whatever you do, make sure that you keep this wall, the wall where the laser is supposedly going to go into, away from this one, because the portal triggers funk portal detectors outside its bounds, so yes, be careful with that. So yes, let's just copy this whole room, and I am going to show you how to build it. Build lasers. And let's also copy this other room, in which, yes, lasers are. So, C, Control V. Keep in mind that this thing does have some inherent problems with it, and there's not necessarily anything I can really do about it, but yeah, doing it to the best of my abilities. So we don't need this length, so we'll just shorten it to, and with that, we'll just keep it like that. Good enough. Okay, so the first step is, oh yeah, let me also add in the light. Okay. Okay. So we have the light, and now, so the first step is obviously to add in our portals, the lasers, the most important parts of it. So now first we're going to create two prop portals. so one is going to be right there. And I'll just copy and paste this again. It's here. So now we have two prop portals. This one is going to be, we're just going to call it laser portal 2 PRT blue PRT. Okay, so we don't want it to start active. And just the first portal. Now since we're changing it up, we want to keep it portal pair 1. Okay. Portal pair 1. And this is the second portal. LP2 PRT O PRT. Okay. So we have those down. And now it's time for the let's get these aligned. Here, then there. Yeah, let me just align them so they're no confusion. Okay. Alright then. So now we're going to want to create an end laser and an info target for both of them. So first let's go with the end laser. Okay, so we're going to put this right here, right in front of the prop portal. Might be a bit extraneous, but I'm just doing my best to make sure that it's, not foobar. Okay, so info target. And now we're going to want to put this right at the end. Okay, so then this one we're going to name LP2 PRT laser. Actually, no, let's just name it 1 or 0, just for my personal peace of mind. LP2 PRT B PRT. Yeah, we want to pull this like that. So the target is going to be. Alright, now let's set the target name. LP2 PRT B laser 1. The parent is going to be LP2 PRT B laser 0. No. Okay. 2 PRT. No. Laser 1. There we go. So there's the first part done. And now for the second part. Might as well just copy and paste this. But obviously you're going to need to do some switching around. And why is this messed up? I don't know. Time to find out. Okay. Now we're just going to want to PRT always for orange. And let's continue. Okay, so O laser 0. O portal T O laser and T O. Okay, there we have it. There's the first portals. So we've got our portal set up and parented, and yes, I think we're good to go on the next part. So this next part right here is we're now going to create the triggers. So we're gonna the func portal detectors. So that's what's gonna happen here is we are gonna create a brush that is 1 size thick. So about give or take this size. Okay. So we're gonna want to bind this to entity and change it to a func portal detector. Oh god, what is... oh, okay. Freak me out for a sec. Okay, now we'll just call this W2 detect in. Let's just call it in. And now we're going to want to make the second one, which is going to be outside. Okay, let's move it to entity again. Func portal detector. Gucci hammer. Anyway, again, we want to detect the portal pair ID of the portals we have. Now this one is going to be LP2 detect out. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the process of individually writing up all the keys and such. I'm just rather going to copy and paste them. But I am going to go through you with how they work. So, when both portals touch the outside one, then it should disable. The laser should disable, and the triggers, which we will deal with in a bit, and after the initial stuff, should also disable. So, for now, we're just going to copy these. Actually, no point in copying them. Just let's start touchable. PRT, PRT. Don't know why I didn't do this earlier, but anyway, turn off. So quite simply, deactivate the portals. Now the input is set activated state, and no. Hang on a moment. Let's see, am I getting this right? Oh no. My bad. Turn off. Yes, turn off. We want to put a wildcard so that it works for both of them. But you know what, just to be safe, let's just do B and O. Okay, so there's that. And now for this one, this func portal detector, what we're going to want to do is, let's see right here. So whatever the blue portal is touching, we want to disable the its own laser and enable the other's laser. Notice this 10-second delay, however. I don't know why this is the case, why this is necessary, but if you don't, then if a portal is placed, you know, right here, if they're both placed, then the laser won't necessarily turn off. Or if one is placed there and the other is placed there, then it won't show unless you place a portal again. So, that being said, same actually goes for this one. So let me just add that in. 10. Yeah, a tenth of a second should be enough. Any shorter than that, and it craps out. Okay. So turn off its own laser and activate the others. I'll start touch portal 1. Target is LP2, PRT, B laser 0. BLS input. Turn off. After a delay, and on start touch portal 1, laser portal 2, PRT, O laser 0, and then you're going to want to turn it on after a delay of a tenth of a second. And now we want to pretty much do the same for the other side, and only it's going to be on start touch portal 2. Turn on, turn off, and 0 seconds, tenth of a second. Okay, now I think we pretty much got this set up. So start. Let's just put a spawn point right there. Okay. Now let's okay, let's see. Yeah. Let's just get this up and running. See how it works. Make a file. Portal. Well, like I said, this isn't the most bulletproof way, but it's better than nothing. So, map, laser test, and please excuse the frame rate lag, but change linkage ID to 1. Give weapon upgrade. Wait a minute. I think I'm missing something here, guys. Give me just a moment. Alright, guys. Sorry for the confusion, but what was happening was that the lasers were using an invalid material, laserbeam.spr, which doesn't exist in the game files. So I fixed that. I changed it to laser.vmt, sprite/laser.vmt, and now it's working. Now it's showing the laser. So and there you go. You've got lasers. Now we have a second step to take care of, and it's optional if you want to just, you know, make lasers. So put a laser there. Oh, also don't forget to put a decoration laser. It doesn't necessarily do anything. It's just there to, you know, look as if there's actually laser going through the portal. So if you just want to have a laser go from point A to point B, then you don't really have to do anything else. But if you want it to go through multiple boxes, through a box or two, then there's a little bit more work that's necessary. This method hasn't exactly been tested out thoroughly, so it's kind of, you know, buggy and such. But yes, I'll show it to you how it works in no time. So let me just terminate this. And let me just make another video. Okay guys, now there's one more part to this tutorial that I want to show you, and that is, okay, you recall in how Portal 2, there were boxes that could deflect the laser beams. Well, you could sort of imitate it in Portal as well, but what you want to do is, yeah, so you can pretty much create a box, and if it pretty much touches a series of triggers, then it, you know, pretends. Well, I'll explain it soon, but basically what happens is there's this series of triggers, a bunch of internal triggers and one external trigger. So the external trigger is when it leaves the space, and now the internal trigger is what happens. So let me just get this straight. The inside, there's a bunch of small inner triggers that are sized about the size of a weighted box like this, and pretty much when the box touches one trigger, it disables all subsequent triggers, so that this, if there were a box here and a box here, this one will block the laser and would not trigger this one. And but if this one were gone, then it would trigger this one, and you get the point. And there's also an external one when it's exiting. Let me just recall. Yeah, this big one out here. On end touch, activator, fire user 2. And on start touch, yeah. So pretty much you get the idea. Deactivate the next one. It's a pretty slow process, but it's necessary, so I'm sorry to have to put you guys through this. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started. So what we want to do right here is create a bunch of little triggers. So let me just select this one, and we're going to create a laser beam sized laser trigger. And just for the sake of we're going to make it 48 units, so yeah, just for the purposes of this tutorial. So yes, now you pretty much just want to copy and paste them all the way to the end. Just about like that. Oh, how did this come to be? Okay, all these, and we're going to want to lower them a bit. There we go. Okay, so we have our subdivided triggers set up, but obviously the first step is to convert the triggers into world entities. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use trigger push. Now notice how I'm not using what do you call it? Trigger multiple. Let me explain to you. That's because if you use trigger multiple, and so if you place a portal here, and if you or the box collides into that said trigger multiple, you are going to stop colliding with this wall. You're going to just be able to walk through this wall. If you want a demonstration, I'll show it to you right at the end. But for now, let's just stick to the main objective, and that is getting this thing done. Okay, so this trigger push. Now, for the most part, they're all going to have the same properties. Trigger push. Or, you know what? Why don't I just do it like this? To entity. To entity. To entity. Yes. To entity. To entity. Okay. We're going to want to select all these. and we're going to select them as trigger push. Now, the speed of the push is going to be 0, and okay. So name, we're just going to set it to output 2 B trig. We're just going to set it like this to this for now. And parents disable global entity name, filter name, blah blah blah. Okay. So now the parent is going to be obviously LP2 PRT B PRT. Okay. So we have that set up, and now, so here's how it's going to work. Now we were okay. So this one is going to be named trig 1. This one we're going to name trig 2, trig 3, trig 4, trig 5, trig 6, trig 7, and then trig 8. Okay, there we go. And filter name, we don't need that just yet, but also again, you're going to want to select them all. And you know what, you might as well just group them. Tools, group. If you want to select an individual one, just do that. Okay, so we're going to select the group. So add on start touch. We're going to set it to trigger the activator, and via this input we are going to want to fire user 1. Okay. Now, also for the flags, we don't want the clients. We just want what do you say, physics objects, and yeah, just like that. Hang on a moment. Okay. So on start touch activator, yes. Okay. So now for every individual object, again, we're just gonna add multiple. Okay. This one we are gonna add in on start touch. Laser LP2 PRT B trig. We're going to disable the next triggers. Remember that even though it might not look like it, it does support wildcards. So no, actually it's disable. And paste on end touch. We're going to want to enable it. Enable, just like that. Okay. Copy. Paste. Like that. Paste. Actually, 4. Okay. 4. And we're going to do the same as here. 3, 4, 5. 5 onward. 5 onward. Paste again. 5, 6. That's just wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Paste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Onward. And so on and so forth. And there's no need to add it right at the end because, well, you know, that's the end point. So, let us just change this to, well, got that down. Now, we want to add in an exit trigger. So the way it's going to be is just like this. Order to trigger push. Okay. Physics object name 2. Okay, and on end touch, activator, you're going to want to fire user 2. Okay, and we have that. Good. And now we're going to want to copy it over. So let me just pause this. You've seen me do this, so I'm just going to pause this and do it on the other side, okay? Be right back in a bit. Okay guys, so I just mirrored the process here, only changed it all to O's and stuff. O's, changed the B to O's and whatnot. Okay, so we have that down, I hope. And now, so let's just create a proc physics with the cube model. So, world model, box strapper, metal box. There we have it. And now, sound ambient generic. So we're just gonna, just for the sake of testing this out, we're gonna create 2 ambient generics here. So this one we're gonna keep. I already have an entity named on and off, that's why I'm as such. I'm just going to say door forest. Okay, let's just choose something. Let's just stick with for the off and for the on. Let's just do, you know, like that. Really doesn't matter what the sounds are. We're just going to be using it for testing. And physics on user 1 on 1 via this input play sound, and on on user 2. Off 1, play sound. Okay. Now we've got that down. What else? Oh yes. Now that we've added in these triggers, we're also going to want to add in safeguards. You know, to make sure that they're disabled. So on start touch both linked portals. LP2 PRT trig disable. Okay, let's just do B trig. Yeah, disable and copy paste, and we'll disable it. Disable both of them. And now for here, what's gonna be is okay. Let me just reference this other copy I have. So when we wanna touching the blue portal, we wanna enable on our own. Yeah, no delays. Okay, just needed to check, make sure if I need the delays for that one. But wait, do I need them for this one? Nope, I don't. Okay, just making sure. Check before, but alright. So on start touch portal 1. No. Portal 1. LP2 PRT B trig. We want to disable that. And at the same time, we want to enable the opposing portals triggers. Okay, copy paste on start touch portal 2. Enable. Yeah, pretty much got what this is, right? So if an orange portal touches it, disable its own, enable the other portals, and blue portal, same thing. So now, let's give it a test. Da, 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 da. Okay. Okay, so SV choose 1, give red one polygon, upgrade polygon, change polygon linkage ID 1. Okay. Okay, so we pretty much have it working. We'll just have to test this. Alright, so it works. Alright then guys, thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm sorry if I was rambling on for too long sometimes. If you like it, leave a like. If you have some criticisms or questions, just leave a comment below. And if you want to see more tutorials like these, just go on, hit that shiny red button called subscribe. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a good day.